Morning. We are getting coffee before we start off the day. Yeah, it's first day of Milan Design Week. There's still a lot of things to do, but we're gonna make it work. Let's go. Hi. Um, I'm back in my B&B. I spent the morning walking around Milan and I don't know, this is the second day. Yesterday was a fucking mess. The exhibition started yesterday pero hindi nakarating yung sungka, but it's already there. I'm going there later. Tapos I'm gonna take pictures. And yeah, medyo hindi ako nag-film for the first 2 days kasi yung first day I went out with the family. I do have family who lives in Milan, and they showed me around the tourist spots. Tapos yesterday I was planning on filming content for the exhibition. Tapos hindi nakarating, and kahapon ko lang nalaman, so I had to take an Uber all the way to the UPS center. Buti na lang nandito yung pinsan ko. Shout out to Nicolo who helped me. He speaks Italian. He's been here for years, and shit, buti na lang. Meron akong pamilya sa Milan. And honestly, hindi ko alam yung gagawin if I had to deal with it alone. But everything is good. This morning, gumising ako ng 6 a.m. Tapos, I don't know, I went to Domo again and just explored the area before all the tourists arrived. It's so peaceful, so quiet. I saw locals walking to work, just biking, minding their business, and I don't know, I kind of let the city unfold earlier today, and for some reason I ended up in Brera while walking. And Brera is actually one of the main design districts here in Milan, and I wanted to go there. That's my bucket list. for this trip, and ewan ko, kakalakad ko kanina umaga. Nakarating na ako sa Brera. Tapos, I don't know, for the first time sa trip na to, I felt peace. And I just felt like everything was falling into place. Slowly getting acquainted with the city, how it works, the sounds of the city, the people, the metro system. Medyo madali siya compared sa Paris. Yeah, it's 10 a.m. I'm back in the B&B. Mag-ready na ako to go to the exhibit to take pictures. Maybe walk around Isola. Yeah. By the way, I am exhibiting here in Milan for the very first time. This is my Milan Design Week debut. Hopefully there's more to come. Honestly, yung mga hiccups yesterday, I was low-key expecting it. And if this happened to me 2 years ago, I would have freaked the fuck out. But I guess there's beauty in letting go. I try not to control everything, lalo na yung mga bagay na hindi ko naman makokontrol. And since I'm gonna be here for a week, I just, let it go. Tapos the plan is to walk around Milan and just experience the city. Pag may exhibit ako na makikita, then doon ako papasok. I try not to have FOMO if may mga exhibit ako na hindi makita, but that's how I'm planning to tackle this design week. And I don't know, this is only the second day. No, this is only the third day, and I'm feeling good about everything. By the way, I'm filming with a Canon Ixus. I used this camera on my RSPC and DSPC days. If you know, you know. Student press conference. That was like 15 years ago. If you would have told 15-year-old Stephen that he's gonna use the same camera in Milan, in his first Milan Design Week, he would have never believed you. Yeah, it's a Digicam. It's a point-and shoot, and this is just safer. I mean, today's exhibit, nagdadala ako ng SLR just to take nice pictures, and then after that, I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna walk around the city with a huge ass camera. I'm gonna bring this with me, and yeah, I don't know if the audio is gonna be nice, but that's point and shoot for you. Anyway, I'm gonna get ready. Let's go to the exhibit. yeah, so yesterday we had an event at Fondazione Ricardo Catella, and it was the launch of Ether Design Week in Saudi, where they will also exhibit Sungka. It was fun. If I'm being honest, I had a little bit of social anxiety. This isn't my first exhibit, but for some reason, it's just in my head. I'm like, this is Milan Design Week. It's a big deal, and on top of that, it's the launch of another design week. So I was just feeling all the emotions all at once. I was excited, I was scared, I was anxious. I was afraid that people are gonna judge me, but I know that it's all in my head. I think it went well. I haven't had much time exploring the exhibitions. Basically, I've had interviews. If they publish it this week, maybe I'll talk about it. But yeah, mostly I've been exploring what's near, or basically just staying in my hotel. This is exhausting, by the way. Milan Design Week, it's a fucking marathon. I was not prepared. And there's this huge FOMO. Kasi ang dami exhibit na hindi ko pupuntahan, and I know it. And it's just gonna pass. It's never gonna be exhibited ever again. And I just have to feel okay with that. However, I went out yesterday and went to the Kelly Wursler exhibition with H&M. And then going back to my place, I saw Athena Calderone, like this, the myth, the legend, the goddess herself. Athena, she was so nice. But for the next, 4 days, I'll try to explore. I don't have any more scheduled events. Just, okay, my cousin's here. Let's go exploring. So yesterday I was interviewed by KANTO Creative Corners, and I would like to share some of the questions and my answers. And I would like it to be part of this video. If you want to read the article, I'm gonna link it down below in the description. I also talked about Sungka, my inspiration, where it came from. But there's a part of interview that I was so interested in, and these are like such good questions from KANTO Creative Corners that I would like to talk about it more in depth in this video. So yeah, again, the link is on the description, but these are a couple of questions that I'd like to talk about. Okay. From your perspective, what is one design standard or convention that we, as Filipino designers, are uniquely positioned to dismantle right now? And then my answer was, one convention we need to challenge is how quote-unquote Filipino design is often framed through the Spanish colonial period. It's become the default reference point, but it's only a fragment of a much longer history. Long before colonization, there were active exchange with India, China, and other cultures across the region. So, when we label something as Filipino, it's worth asking, is it truly rooted in that deeper history, or is it shaped by colonial influence? We've inherited a much broader cultural lineage that remains unexplored. For me, the opportunity now is to look beyond that 333-year window and draw from a longer timeline.
one that reflects how we've existed, endured, and prospered as a nation over the centuries. And you know what? I said what I said. 333 years. That is such a short period of time for us to repeatedly, oh my gosh, again and again, reimagine whatever the hell we were given. You know what? We weren't given these things. It was forced onto us. We didn't have a choice. And me reimagining Sungka, that is, I'm taking that as a step na there are cultures that we actually wanted to interact with before the Spanish came. The traders from India, Southeast Asia, and the Middle East, these are the people that we chose to interact with. That is why we have Sungka. We chose to inherit these cultural games, these heritage, whatever. It wasn't forced onto us. Our ancestors chose to adapt these things. And it's not like I don't like, the influence and what we've made of it right now. Of course, I love Escolta. Of course, I love Intramuros. What I'm saying is, I feel like it can be deeper. We can be inspired by a much broader timeline. That's where I'm at. That's what I'm trying to explore in my practice. And hopefully, by the end of my life, yeah, I wish to make sense of that idea. Okay, the next question is the next question that I found interesting was, as a multidisciplinary designer, what's one technical detail, material approach, or unique design ethos from any of the shows or designers you've seen this week that stopped you in your tracks? And then this is my answer. Walking through Isola and Brera during Milan Design Week, one phrase kept repeating, quote unquote, in collaboration with. That stood out to me. Designers are constantly working with brand frameworks, translating strict identities into spatial or material outcomes. It's interesting to see how much of the work is negotiation between creative intent and branding. What felt new to me is how central marketing and hype are in the final results. In school, the focus was always design for the people. But here, it's clear that visibility and positioning play just as big a role. And you know what? There's another framing of this that I just saw. Parang sabi nila, when brands collaborate with smaller artists, it's like a symbiotic borrowing of credibility. Something like that. Parang pag yung big brands, they collaborate with a small artist or craftsman, they are borrowing the credibility of that craftsman. When a craftsman collaborate with a bigger brand, they borrow the credibility of the bigger brand. And this is not me shitting on them. In fact, I would love to collaborate with a brand. Are you kidding me? Like, that is so smart. Kasi, again, this is new to me. In architecture, you get a job, you do the job, you get paid, and that's the end of it. Pero the idea of collaborating with big brands for a short period of time, that is such a new thing for me. Even in fashion, diba? Parang, you hear brands collaborate with other brands. But these days, brands are collaborating with small artists. Very interesting. And yeah, would I want that to happen to me? Yep, absolutely. I mean, hello? That sounds so nice. So fancy. Hello. Who do I call? Who do I reach out to? Bro, collaborate with me, please. This sounds so fun. And what I want to learn when one day I get that collaboration is how much of it is just branding. 'Di ba? Kasi parang I can't just design something for a brand. It needs to fit in their, brand ethos. I do not have or I won't have 100% creative input. They're gonna have to have an input that would prevent me into steering away from their branding. So yeah, I guess that's the question. How much of it is just branding?
Man sagt, ja, ich wohne da oben, weil ich immer laufen will. Und fit zu bleiben. Alam mo na-realize ko nung umakit ako sa domo. Yung mga detalye sa taas ng domo na hindi naman dinesign para makita ng ibang tao. Makita mo yung dedication nila kasi isipin mo hindi naman yun inisip ng mga gumawa dati na balang araw may turista na pupunta dito. Pero yung mga puon sa taas nun, yung mga likod ng mga damit nila, gawa pa din. Kumpleto pa din, hindi nila dinaya. Grabe yung dedication nila.
Walang no, Kuya Angelo.
Wala.
Demando lang lahat.
Demando lahat. At some point, Milan Design Week got so stressful for me. Number one, I was exhibiting, so there's this part of me that wants to be there all the time. I was so lucky that I had Isola Design and Ithra and Jasper to help me out sa publications in the Middle East, in Milan, and in the Philippines. But I couldn't imagine other small designers who had to do everything on their own. At least for me, I had representation. I had people who helped me along the way. Overall, I just want to say that I feel so lucky to have exhibited my work in Milan Design Week, and I want to continue this. I hope this isn't the last time. I wish to show my work more and more, and I'm still trying to feel comfortable speaking in front of people, speaking about the work that I do. And Milan Design Week has helped me solve that in a way. I feel like the understanding that I'm not alone in this, or I'm not the only one who's trying to make it, or I'm not the only one who's starting at a young age, gives me hope na, you know what, everything's gonna be fine. I'm still trying to figure it out, and in the grand scheme of things, I'm okay, I'm doing great, and I need to give myself grace, and I need to look at it as this opportunity that, you know, this learning opportunity that I got to experience. So Milan Design Week, I want to be a part of it every year, honestly. But overall, Design Week was so fun. Thank you for watching. I enjoyed filming. I enjoyed meeting people. I enjoyed looking at art. And you can visit my website for more details. You can follow me on Instagram. There are interviews and articles in the description that I'm gonna link if you want to learn more about the exhibition. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much to the people who helped me get through it, to the Milan team, Laura, even Nicolo. You guys are amazing. To the Philippines team, Jasper, you are the light of my life. Thank you for helping me. And to everyone who supports me, I owe you guys everything. Bye.